Hi, welcome back to the channel. My name's Baz the Bard and this is Living Realms ProQuest Season 5 that was held on the 14th of April. We've reached the top cut stage, and for this top 8 match we have on the left Oliver Wing with Victor Goldmane, High and Mighty. And on the right we have Natasha Collins with Azalea, Ace in the Hole. Oliver was the highest seed and has elected to go first. If you've been enjoying this content, I kindly ask you to subscribe to the channel. And if you wish to support me further, I have a Patreon, or alternatively, you can leave a tip via the link. Any contributions are greatly appreciated, as it will help me bring you more flesh and blood action from across the UK. Enjoy!
All good?
All good.
Sweet. Alright, I'm gonna pitch to the tech plate to make a seismic surge. Miller's for 4. On hit we clash.
Block 6.
Sweet. I'll go to Arsenal and pass the turn. Oh, it's
Start turn, tune up.
The aggro definitely is slower in range. It's slow with range.
Pitch to Death Dealer.
Yep.
Loading Spire Sniping.
2.
Death Dealer
I'll draw you.
goes first, draw a card, then Spire Sniping. Come back that way. Azalea. Backroom Bolt. Dominated. Premeditate.
Yep.
Pitch. 9, dominate.
What's the on hit?
Reveal your hand, discard anything that isn't an action card.
Okay.
Lose health for each one.
9 dominate.
Yep.
Oh, test of strength. Trigger the clash.
Yep.
8 for me.
Nothing.
I make a gold and draw a card. So I'll block 4, take 5.
Yep.
That's the wrong one. Reveal my hand, discard anything that's not an action. All actions.
Yep. Ponder created on hit.
Yep.
I will break that now. Ponder. Arsenal.
Yep.
And my turn.
Seismic Surge is destroyed.
Yep.
I will make another Seismic Surge. 2 pitch. Come in, choke slam for 8, still 2-3.
Block 5. Take
Yep.
3.
Yep. No reactions from me. And I'll go to the end. I'll answer this. Pass to you.
I don't know why it's like, I guess.
Start turn, tune up.
Yep.
Activate Skullbone Flashback. Feeling a premeditating Arsenal. Opt in 1.
Upstairs. It's gone upstairs where the shop is. Upstairs where they use the stuff.
Leave that there.
Yep.
Activate Azalea.
Yep.
Infecting shot. Decline. Close nest. Read the glide path. Opt-in 1. Leave that there. Infecting shot for 8 dominate. On hit blood rot.
Blood rot. Just gonna block 3 and trigger the trans clash.
Yep.
It's a 4 off that one.
Not.
Bottom nodes. And 7. Sweet. I make another gold.
Yep.
Might and a vigor. And draw a card.
Yep.
And then block 3. It's coming in for 8. Take 5.
Yep. Get a blood rot.
Thank you.
Over to you.
Okay, so seismic surge pops, vigor pops to get a resource, and the might pops for +1. I'll use the 1 resource and the reduction from seismic, play this disabled, and pitch 3 more. So coming in for 7.
On hit.
Crush is, if it deals 4 more, you put the card in your ass on the bottom there. So that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. 7.
No block. Any reactions?
No reactions.
Make him 7?
Yep. Go to end of turn, trigger blood rot, and
Yeah.
I'll pay 3. Back, and I'll pass the turn. Over to you.
Shoot 3.
Yeah.
I might get up for work and start walking now.
Pitch to Death Dealer. Load in fatigue shot.
Yep.
Draw from Death Dealer.
It's very
Lift a blood rot. Deadeye.
Yep.
Instant tunic resource. Fatigue shot. For 11.
What's the effect on Deadeye, sorry?
Deadeye is if I have an aim counter. No
Oh,
aim
okay.
counter, so it's just +3 from the Deadeye, but there's the
On hit,
blood
blood
rot
rot,
and
and
half.
yes, it's 11.
Yeah.
Let's go 3, 6, 9, 11, and trigger trance. 6 for me,
5.
and then bottom those, and an 8.
Nothing.
Sweet. I make a gold, might and a vigor, and draw a card. And then block 11.
Yep. I will Arsenal.
Might and vigor pop, I gain a resource, and +1 to my next attack. And I'll just pitch for the mangle for 8, 9.
Block 3. Any reaction?
No reactions.
Taking 6.
Yep. Crush is to destroy something with a -1 counter on it, so there's no crush effects.
Yep.
And I'll just go to end and pass to you.
Start turn. Tunic.
Yep.
Activate skull bones. Infecting shot.
Yep.
Opt-in 1. Leave that there. List frailty.
Yep.
Deadeye.
I don't like that I'm in that section with no image. What?
Infecting shot again for 11 on hit. Frailty and blood rot.
11. Let's do this. 9, 11, and I'll trigger the crown to on this. Block 11.
Play blocked.
And I will Arsenal pass.
Mhm.
Over to you.
Tunic up.
Yep.
CNC. 6.
I'll block like this for 6 and trigger Clash of this. A 9.
Nothing. Sweet.
I make a gold and draw a card.
Move to end.
Yeah.
Arsenal.
I will pitch prime to fight for tech player, make a seismic set. And then I'll do Miller's Grindstone for 4 on hit Clash.
Block 4.
Yeah, no reactions. I will pass and draw up.
Tunic 3.
Yep.
Activate skull bone. Build a ravenous. Opt-in 1. Leave that there. Ravenous. 4. Go again.
I'll block 3 with a trounce and
Yep.
Clash. So 4.
Nothing.
Bottom those. And a 6.
5.
Sweet. I make another gold. Might the Vigor. And draw a card.
Yep. Taking 1.
Yeah, staking ball. There we are.
Pitch to Death Dealer.
Yep.
Lord Red in the Ledger. Draw a card. Red for 5.
Block for 6.
Yep. Arsenal.
No worries. Alright, Vigor and Might Pop, so +1, a resource, surging, seismic surge to reduce. Use the Vigor to make another seismic surge. Pitch 3 and Buckling Blow for 9. Crush puts a -1 on equipment.
Nine, right?
9, yeah.
Block 6.
Yep, taking
Take
3. No worries. I will pass the turn.
Activate Skullbone.
Yep.
Reveal sleep that. Open 1. Leave that there. Release the tension, so defense reactions can't be paired from Arsenal this chain link.
Yep.
Instant the tunic for a resource. Sleep that for an 8.
Six. 8 and a Clash of Vigor.
Yep.
So nothing for me.
Nothing from me.
Nobody makes anything. And then block for 8.
Yep. Arsenal.
Seismic Surge pops.
Yep.
Then I'll pitch 3, play a Golden Sun, destroy a gold, and come in for 10 overpower. Thank you.
Block 3. Taking 7.
Take 7. And I will pass it turn.
Trying to go. Activate Skullbone.
Yep.
Revealing a fatigue shot. Open 1. Leave that there.
Yep.
Fatigue shot for 5.
No defense, any reactions?
Go again.
Pitch 2 to staunch response.
Yep. The go again. Activate Death Dealer.
Yep.
Breaks. Chain. Load Spire Sniping,
Yep.
draw a card, and then Spire Sniping triggers. We'll leave them there. Lace with Blood Rot,
Yep.
Spire Sniping for 7. On hit Blood Rot.
Block 3, any reactions?
Nope.
Pitch 1, and I'll Oasis Rest as well.
Yep.
7. And my turn will be just to pass.
Tunic up.
Yep.
Activate Bullseye's. Bolt and shot.
Yep.
Bolt and shot for 5. Go again. On hit reload.
Block 6.
Plus 2.
Yeah.
Plus 7.
Taking 1.
Yep. Decline to reload.
Yep.
Pitch to Death Dealer. Load a red in the ledger. Draw a card. Take him. Red for 5, 6, 7, 10.
On hit is can only
One
be
action
right?
only.
It's fine. I'll block 6 and take 4.
Yep.
And I'll pass straight back.
Tunic up. Pitch to Death Dealer.
Yep.
Load Battering Bolt. Draw a card. Read the glide path. Opt in 1. Leave that there. Release the tension.
Yep.
Instant Tunic for a resource. And then pitch in with Battering Bolt for 12.
4, 7, 10, 13. I'll trigger Clash of Might first.
Yep.
4 for me.
Nothing.
Sweet. And then I'll trigger Test of Strength.
Yep.
I'll make another gold, make a Might, and draw a card.
Yep.
Might pops. And I'll pitch 3 and Miller's for 5.
Yeah, yeah. I knew there was a reason why it's okay.
Block 3.
No reactions.
Take 2.
Take 2. We clash off this.
Yep.
Mine's a 0.
5.
This gets a -1 counter, but I'm gonna crack a gold. I'll bottom deck my own. 6, so I'll destroy the top card of your deck instead.
Yep.
And I'll pass turn.
Tuning up.
Yep.
Pitch Death Dealer. Log Bolt and Shot. Draw a card. There's your Frailty.
Yep.
Bolt and Shot for 6. Go again.
Block for 6.
Yep. Vortex.
Yep. We both grab something from our arsenal, right?
Yep. Frailty.
I'll grab a golden sun. Then discard. Oh, been out for 2 years. This is the first time I've actually had a Codex played against me.
Codex play chooses Paris.
Oh, no, YouTube.
Take one from ours, take one from your discount file, then you have to get rid of one.
Yeah.
Reference. Goes in. Face down.
Do they go face up or face down?
Goes in face down.
Face down.
You reveal it, but it goes in face down.
Ah, okay. Yeah, golden sun.
Yep. Did you discard a card from hand?
Yeah, I'll get rid of this Oasis Respite.
Yep. Activate Skullbone.
Yeah.
Brilliant the Ravenous. Opt in. Ravenous 4. Go again. Yeah, go again, but still 4.
Take 4.
Yep. Ponder breaks end of turn.
Yeah.
Arsenal.
I'm gonna destroy a gold token.
Mm-hmm.
3. 1 float and draw a card. I guess I'll destroy another. I'll just weapon for 3. All yours.
Tuning up.
Yep.
Activate Skullbone. Brilliant the red in the ledger. Opt in 1. Leave that there. Azalea. To read the glide path.
Yep.
Play the read. Again. Leave that there. Pitch your Death Dealer. Go to Saving Shot.
Yeah.
Draw a card.
Famous words of me.
Lace with Frailty. Lace with Inertia.
Yeah.
Searing shot for
You can have
10.
60 for more dragons.
On hit, inertia and lose a health.
For 10.
No.
Say no defense, any reactions?
And raises, not 12.
What? Dromai's already got
I'll
Yes.
pitch to staunch response. Block 7. Use the last one to Oasis Respite. So prevent 11, take 1, lose 1 from Searing Shot.
Yep.
Take 2.
Gain
And get
inertia.
nurture as well. That's
I can't misspell. So because we're going to have this illusionist enigma, actually she's going to call Dromai.
Tidy as.
so my turn. I'll pitch to Tech Plate.
Yep.
Make a Seismic Surge. And then go to end. Trigger this.
Yep. Goes to the bottom.
This goes to the bottom. Yeah. And then this as well. And then pass turn.
Yep. Tunic up. Pitch to Death Dealer. Loading. Bolt and shot. Draw a card.
Yeah.
Lace with inertia. Seek and destroy. Bolt and shot for 9. Go again. On hit reload. As well as the
Seek and Destroy and the Lace Trigger. Block 9.
Yep. Move to end. Arsenal.
I can see we're going to that, like, still the integrated ones. So it's like time.
Seismic Destroys and Hammer for 4.
I just think, I mean, Zen was wide.
Block 6.
Yeah. Over to you.
Activate Skullbone.
Yep.
Feel an Endless Arrow. Optim 1. Leave that there. Activate Azalea. Be in a premeditate. Play premeditate. Pitch to Death Dealer. Decline to reload.
Yeah.
Codex.
Just always really good. Been sitting there on the side.
I was surprised to get
CNC.
Sweet. I'll put a guns and discard. Grab to fight.
CNC for 9.
Block 9 and clash of figure.
Yep.
8 for me.
Nothing.
So I make a figure.
Ponder.
Yep. Vigor will destroy. I get a resource. I will use the resource to make a seismic surge and pass the turn.
Yep. Activate Skullbone. Do a knock. Popped in 1.
If you didn't play the evil, I'd give him a max of blast. Those two.
Leave that there. Burn up.
Yep.
Search. Cut.
Yeah. There you go.
We'll reload. That one. Then activate Azalea.
Yeah.
That's just 14 and 3rd, right? Yeah, you've got 9 health. Yeah. Okay. I mean, you could actually come in -3.
5 dominance.
Block for 5. Clash of might trigger. 6.
0.
I make a might.
Move to end. And we'll. Arsenal.
I said yes, and then you just went to attack that. I was talking. Sorry.
Might pops. Seismic pops. I'll pitch to make a seismic. Look, 2. And then I'll put another 3 in and cranial crush for 9. If this crushes, you can't draw cards during your action phase.
Got 6.
Yep, take 3.
Take 3.
And I'll pass the turn.
Activate Skullbone.
Yep.
Do a bolt and shot. Popped in 1. Leave that there. Abys. Meditate. Bolt and shot for 8.
Let's go. 3, 6, 8. I'll give you a quicken token. And block 8. Seismic Surge Pops. I'll pitch 3 and crack a goal for 10. Overpower.
Block 3.
Yeah, take
Take
7. And I'll Arsenal pass. Over to you.
Picture Death Dealer.
Yep.
Load Endless Arrow. Draw a card.
Yep.
4. Go again. Breaking the quicken.
Block 4. Give you another quicken.
Yep. With the go again.
Yep.
Codex. Rex Chain.
Yep. I don't do anything here, right?
No. You'll get a frailty, but you don't need to discard anything. Oh. Then CNC. And then discard Endless Arrow. CNC 6.
Block 6. Clash of Vigor. So 8 for me.
Nothing.
I make a Vigor token.
End of my turn. Ponder will break.
Yep.
Arsenal, the quicken broke on the CNC as well.
Vigor breaks. I make a resource. I'll use it for a Seismic Surge.
I was aware of
Pitch 3. Millers for 4. 3, sorry.
Block 3.
Awesome. I'll give you this back. And I'll pass it.
Activate score 1.
Yeah.
Feeling Deadeye. Hobden. Azalea. Remorseless. Seek and Destroy.
Yeah.
Instant Opportunity Resource.
Yeah.
Remorseless for 8 dominate.
And if it hits, every action I play, I lose a life.
Yep. Defense reactions currently can't be played from Arsenal, and you discard all cards at the end of your turn, including Arsenal.
8 dominate.
8 dominate.
I'll say no blocks.
No reactions.
Take 8.
Yep. Arsenal.
Seismic pops. And I'll pay 6. Lose a life from Macho Grande for 8 dominate.
3, 5. Taking 3.
Taking 3, is it?
Yep.
Good game. Whew. That was scary.
Yeah, it's close.
How many cards did you have left? Deck
I
1.
had 1 left.
We're moving on to the top 4 now, with Liam Holden on the left with Dorinthea Ironsong, and on the right we have King of Swiss Adam Harbinson with Victor Goldmane High and Mighty. As Adam was the highest seed, he is elected to go first.
Pitch script seismic. No listen for.
Six.
No reactions.
That's simple. So I got a 43. I want to keep a paper note as well.
Yeah, force. Well, Arsenal, pass you.
Go again.
Block 3 and clash. A 0.
0.
Yeah, put on the board.
0.
And an 8. Win the second one, but don't win it all.
Take 2.
Take 2.
7.
Block 6 in clash. An 8. I win. Dynamite.
Take 1.
Take 1. Seismic will pop. Might will pop. Millers for 5.
Six.
Pass 2.
4.
Flash of Might. A 9. Win Dynamite.
Taking 2.
Take a 2. Might will pop. I'll pitch. Create Seismic, floating 2. And then pitch. Found a fight for 11.
Don't get
Take 1.
Yep.
42. That's the wrong way. There we go. Four.
Block 4. Seismic will pop. With Spinal. Floating 2.
Trigger. Fucking 8.
Pommel.
13. Tunic and move to Arsenal.
4.
Exactly, I was not last. It was my first ever event.
Pitch to create seismic.
Yep.
Another for 4.
No block reactions.
No reactions.
You take 1.
Pass to you.
4.
No blocks.
No reaction.
Sink below.
Sure.
Sink a card.
Yep. Anything else?
Nothing else.
Take 2. Sigil. Arsenal.
Seismic will pop.
Yep.
I'll pitch 10 dollar in it.
Rude. Bomb. 6/6.
Yep.
Tunic.
You can do it anyway, I'll just mind you. I get one more time. Play my hero.
Go again. 5.
Block 4 and clash.
Yep. 0.
Draw that. Create gold.
Yep.
I'll take 1.
Yep.
Block 6.
Yep.
Just pitch. Miller's for 4.
Tunic. Show me. You take 1. Yep.
Pass 2.
7.
Block 3 immutable reactions. Oasis. Gain a life.
Yep. Yep.
Let's pitch. Let's create seismic. Miller's for 4.
Sticky what people's house. Yeah, and all that. But then it's like, yeah, sticky this. What's going to be 1v1? But that one will sort of finish.
4.
Yeah.
4.
It's trumps.
Yep. 0.
A 6. Close the bottom.
0.
4. So I win. That comes to hand.
Yep.
Get another gold. Mines. Okay.
Taking 2.
Taking 2.
Yep.
Might Invigor will pop. Seismic. Use that resource to crit Seismic. Private fight for 11.
Four.
No blocks.
No reaction.
Below. Nothing. Seismic will pop. Pitch to create 1. Command and conquer for 6. No reactions. Castle, pass 2.
Pass.
Seismic will pop. Pitch to create 1. Golden Sun, will burn gold, but 10 overpower.
No reactions. Bomb. Blocking 8.
Yep, take 2.
Yep. 4. Seven.
Block 3 and clash. 6, revealing a thunk. Gain a mate. And move to reactions. Sink below, no sink.
Yep.
Right, and the surge will pop. Pitch to create another surge. Millers for 5.
Block 5. Landing Bunker.
Block 6. Seismic will pop. Millers for 4. 40 you.
Seven.
Declare no blocks. Staunch. Not paying the extra.
So blocking
Blocking
4, yeah.
Taking
Take
3.
3. Half it.
I'll just pitch. Great seismic.
Hmm.
Pass to you.
Seven.
Block 3, move directions. Oasis.
Yellow away. 27.
Seismic will break. I'll pitch straight seismic. I'll Arsenal, pass to you.
Four.
Test the strength. Flash. 8.
0.
Get a gold. Draw a card.
So the rounded breaking 16 players.
Glint, draw.
Anything else for me? I will staunch response. Seismic will pop. Ability for 8.
Top. Take 1.
I'll an Arsenal, pass to you.
4.
I will declare no black.
No reaction.
Oasis. Gain life.
All good.
I'll pitch. Great seismic.
Yep.
CNC for 6.
He was 28 or on 26. He went down
He
instead of up.
went down instead of up.
Down.
Stop up. You're on 28.
There we go.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Top and bottom. Yeah, you wait Oasis down.
That was like mine, went to left and right.
Yeah.
Fuck 6.
1, 2,
4.
3, 4.
I will wrap in just on you. We're not going to invent the apart. None of them because
Locked.
it's an issue.
Pass.
Yep, nothing for me.
Take 2.
Seismic will pop. Chucks on for 8.
The whole thing is not now that training. All the people were going to look like that. We don't get it going for them. And we really want to play.
Take 2. 4.
Drums.
Yep.
8. First one. 6. Win second one. Draw that. Gain a gold. Might and a vigor.
No reaction.
Nothing from me.
Before I think on the last one, I'm just going to check your agreement.
Yeah, question.
We've got something anyway. But I'm disappointed with the reads. It's like shit. What the fuck do we get? It's on the neck. It's the forward. You don't even have stock. Apparently. How much is it with me? But I don't want to get me one apple. You got paid.
Too sharp and an E strike.
No, will
Can you count your deck thing?
they? 31.
I'll give mine a count after shuffled.
Yeah, no. 31. 4 in hand, 1 in arsenal.
$31, $32. So you took damage, right? Yep.
Yeah.
So move to Arsenal.
Vigor will pop, might will pop.
Yep.
I'll use the vigor to crit seismic.
Yep.
Swing for 9.
9 with 3 cards.
9 with 3 cards.
What 9?
Arsenal. I'll see you.
Four.
Block 2.
Yep.
Seismic will pop.
Mm-hmm.
Pitch. 10 dominant.
No sync, takes me. 34.
I'll Arsenal. That's 2.
Chinook. 7 on it, go again.
Clash your vigor. 8.
7.
I will.
Oh, damn it.
Gain a vigor.
Yeah, blocking 5.
Blocking 5.
2. Trigger. Trigger. 4.
Block 2.
Take 2. Foils.
Vigor will pop. Gold in the sun. Popping a gold. For 10 overpower.
Should I think on this?
Yeah, go for it.
Seven. Seven.
No. Walking out.
Yep. Arsenal.
Pitch. Crit seismic.
Go again.
Block 3.
Take a 2. 4.
Block 3 and clash. A 4.
Yep.
Gain light.
Take a 2.
Yep.
14. Remembrance. This is going to go back in. Three strikes. Oh. Over to you.
Light and seismic will break. Pitch. Crit seismic. CNC for 7.
7?
7.
That's cheating. Look, 7. Goddamn might tokens. 7.
No blocks. Staunch and pay the excess.
So down to 4, up to 7,
Up to 7.
I believe, yeah. Just making sure I got it right. So.
Sorry, mate. Seismic and pop. Millers of 4.
We'll think. Strong.
All you.
Felling swing. 8. Bank ball. 9 down to 8. Yep. Awesome.
Millers of 4.
Can you count again? Sorry.
Sorry.
15.
18.
Book 4. Go again.
Block 5.
5 is good. 4.
Block 2.
12. Marcel.
Pitch. Crit seismic.
Yep.
Miller's for 4.
Trigger. Book 5. 7.
That's a strength.
So we're blocking to 5, yeah. So,
8. Draw that. Crit gold.
yep. Second 2.
Yep.
Down to 10.
Seismic pop. Golden sun. Make it 10 overpower.
I can correct me this one.
That time again.
So I remember that text. Especially
There's double sleeved.
every one changes.
Might have it. Go block.
No reactions.
I'll take 10 down to 17. Play sharpen steels. Well, E strike go again. 5 go again.
Block 3.
Second 2. 8.
Yep.
7.
Block 5.
Yep, take 2. Crack refraction bolters.
Yep.
Braces. 5.
Block 2.
That's a 4.
You get +1.
Yeah, so it doesn't get halved on the second time because you got halved here. So it should be 17 to 4, yeah.
Yeah. Just pass it up.
Tunic. 8. I'll choose to break these. You take 1. 3, 6, 7.
Yep.
Arsenal. Over to you.
I'll pitch. Crit Seismic.
Yep.
Miller's a 4.
Right at the start, when you crash the person down with the left.
4 we go again.
Block 5.
Yep. Clash.
Flash. 8. Getting a bigger.
Pass.
Oh, there it is. Big old pop. Seismic pop. I use the big crit seismic.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll mangle for 8.
Oh, weird mango. I've not seen it so long. Destroy equipment they control.
Oh, you can't.
Box 6. Take 2.
Yep.
15.
Yeah, when's that start?
Seven.
Block 6.
2.
Seismic will break. Pitch to crit seismic.
Yep.
I'm a 4.
Deal you 2.
Good game, man.
Good game.
Welcome to the final, everyone, and the fine fellows from Push the Point have very kindly provided commentary for this one, so I'll leave you in their very capable hands. Thank you so much for watching this ProQuest event from Living Realms.
Hello and welcome everyone. Today it's Simon from Push the Point, joined by...
Hey, it's me, it's Hamish.
And we will be casting to you the final of the Living Realms Season 5 ProQuest that happened just this weekend gone. Looks like we have two fantastic players up for the final here. Liam Holden, obviously second in the Calling Liverpool, and most recently 9th in the Calling LA. And he will be playing Paul Goodchild on Dromai. Hamish, tell me a little bit about the matchup, Dory versus Dromai. Have you seen this one many times?
Yeah, this is a bit of a classic, really, in this sort of meta. Like, Dory and her Dawnblade being able to just get lots of those counters built up by attacking allies is like a really, really... like that's the strategy that Dory is going to have to implement here. It's just but it's a very fine line, because if he messes this up just once and all the counters are gone, it is a bit of a hard sort of comeback from there. So we're going to see this dance kicking off.
So we've seen the dance start off already. Paul, obviously playing Royal Dromai with the Crown of Dominion, has pitched to use that initial gold, pitched 2 reds, an E-Strike and a CNC to draw a card. He's drawn the Sigil of Solace, and then pitched that to play a Kyloria. So he has 3 Ash, two remaining, and Kyloria on the board. That's a pretty good turn 0 for Paul there.
Yeah, he's just trying to get the ash set up. Really, I think that's the main thing. He knows that Kyloria is going to go, and Liam just nice clean block here. Just pitches up 1 card rather than spending 2 cards to block this. It's a nice clean block there. So Liam's now going to be. This is the sort of dance Paul's going to be giving him. That you don't want to put too much dragons on because then the Dawnblade counter is going to be hitting up. So Liam's going to be sitting there thinking what do I want to go for first? Do I want to go for the dragon, get that automatic hit, then come into you?
Driving blade.
And it looks like he's got a couple of options in hand. He's gone for the definitive go again with Driving Blade straight into Dawnblade, and that's going to give us a buff and the go again. Used it quite wisely against Kyloria. Now going for that second hit.
Yeah, that's a strategy that I thought that would be the wisest thing to go ahead with, because you can't guarantee you're going to get that hit if you go face. And as you can see, there's lots of defense reactions that the Dromai likes to employ. So it's a really tricky thing to try and get that first. So he's just going to clear dragons and then see if I can go to face. But if there's more than 1 dragon, then yeah, I'll get that Dawnblade counter.
So it doesn't seem like Liam's that bothered about the second attack not hitting. He's cleared the dragon, he's threatened some damage, and he's got a card out of Paul's hand. Paul coming in with Break the Embers on his turn, using the Ash that he made on turn 0 there to then make beginning of his army of Ashwings. How much of this is Liam going to be able to stop? Obviously, with only 1 health and 1 damage per Aether Ashwing, is it going to be worth his time to clear them?
Yeah, this is the point now where Liam is going to have to. It's that dance of going, how much damage am I going to take here? Clearly now we've got some Dawnblade feeders. I'd have to say is that
some feeders.
Yeah, we've got some feeders here. We've got something that is going to build up that Dawnblade counter, and for each card that he's got to be mindful that every time he's attacking an Aether Ashwing, he's spending a card. Yeah, fair enough. He's not spending a lot of cards because he's always using his weapon, but there's only so many go agains that he can sort of take. So he's just got to be very mindful of that.
That looked like a very inefficient block using a Fate Foreseen from Arsenal on the first Aether Ashwing, and he seems to have just tried to do that to clear his arsenal, maybe.
Yeah. I know it's a little bit of an overblock there. Nice clean block on the Nourishing Emptiness though, which was very well employed there. But yeah, I think you're right. He's just clearing out that arsenal so that he's got something a bit more for a setup, basically.
And the Nourishing Emptiness obviously has Dominate with no other attack actions in graveyard, but covered quite easily by Dorinthea's armor there. And again, we see a guaranteed go again with the Spoils of War straight into the Dawnblade, clearing one of those Ashwings, gaining the copper. I mean, really a boon for Dorinthea, getting both the go again and a counter and the copper. A big setup turn for Dorinthea, it feels like. Really buying into the future of the game.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying earlier. Just making sure that he's clearing those dragons up, and he's just actually just making that weapon stronger and stronger each time. So he's just getting, a nice 2-for-1 going on there.
And another Rake the Embers by Paul on Dromai. Another 3 Ashwings. Do we think that? And a Blaze Headlong coming in 4 go again there with the red card already played. Do we think that there might come a point when he stops playing out dragons, sacrificial dragons almost, or do we think he'll just be able to overwhelm the board state here?
That's the trick, really, that Dromai is going to have to try and sort of work through. It's that I've got to somehow make a lot of dragons, and I've got to keep applying that pressure on. And with Liam, actually, he's actually got some poppers in here just to sort of smooth things out a little bit, which is really good.
So that's a cheeky little Finder's Fighting Spirit there to pop the first Ashwing.
Yeah, and like you said, we're just feeding the Dawnblade now. For every dragon that's coming out, we're feeding the Dawnblade. So Paul's really got to try and set up something a little bit like you're saying, just so overwhelming. And I think right now we're just going through the motions of the cards of going, right, okay, I need to just apply a little bit of pressure here. I can't just put one dragon down on the board. It's not enough because you're just going to go Dawnblade, attack with a go again, attack that, clear that dragon, then move on to clear that dragon. My Dawnblade's now stronger. You have to have something like a Kyloria into Miragai into Chromite, like, you know, just something just so big that just goes there's a lot of damage to deal with, and every time you're attacking these, you're just giving my hand just more threats for later on.
And we are seeing a bit of a generator right now out on the board. Paul pitching 2 reds to play Uvia, making a couple of ash, and obviously guaranteeing, as long as that stays around, and it's got 6 health, guaranteeing an Ashwing each turn, and then following it up with a nice little Ravenous Rabble, hitting the Nourishing on the top, so coming in for 4.
Fate's seen nice clean block there as well, and I think you've got to really keep an eye on the pitch stack for Dromai. You know, you're seeing these really good like some good later down the line cards coming along, so I'm not going to
You're
play
expecting this to be a second cycle, third cycle of the game.
Yeah, it has to be, right, because he's got to get these big dragons coming down, like you know, when we want to put these really good dragons down at the end, but it's that dance of trying to make sure. Again, I'm being super mindful about this Dawnblade. It's a bit of I'm not saying that it's actually quite hard. It can be quite hard. You can get those overwhelming moments, but it's I suppose really it's a little bit in the Dromai's hands. And Dromai's a very complex deck to play. Obviously, you know, as the time of we're recording this, she has been living legend, so we don't have to deal with this anymore. But it's actually a really...
This is a final swan song for Dromai. And just another cheeky popper coming out there from Liam on Dorinthea, using the CNC to pop the Ashwing. And again, that guaranteed go again from Arsenal. Hit and run, using the Dawnblade into the Ashwing, and paying
for the braces.
Brave Forge braces to bump that Dawnblade up to 6 to get rid of the Uvia in one foul swoop. The Dawnblade is up to 3 counters already. That's coming in for 6 for the cost of 1 resource per swing now, Hamish.
Yeah, and this is where Paul really has to sort of think, right, okay, now laying down dragons now is just like, you know, we said this at the start, we're feeding the Dawnblade here. Is there a turn really, can I just apply a bit of damage and then actually just set up a load of defense and then just spend a turn to go, right, I'm just going to now cover everything. Dawnblade's back to 0. Let's reapply the pressure again. You know, that's...
The longer he waits for that moment, surely the Dawnblade's just going to get too strong. I mean, if it gets too big and Liam's applying plus the buffs to it as well, then is it going to be possible to just lay out a hand and stop it?
Yeah, it is a bit of a tricky dance. I'm curious really where Paul would need to go to this, but I can just see that it's got an Azalea in hand now, and he has got some defense reactions, so he's probably just thinking like, I can't just pass up, right? So I gotta give you something, but I don't want to give you something for free. You know?
Unfortunately, didn't see what went into Arsenal for Paul there, but you're right. He has the Azalea. He does have a Nourishing in hand, but he's already played a couple of attack actions, so it won't have the Dominate. He would need a Burn them all or something similar to banish some of those attack actions, and he hasn't seen one yet. He's down to, I think, 1 ash as well. So we've, despite all of those ash he's made over the last few turns, he's used them all on Ether Ashwings.
Okay, yeah, this is a pretty good move actually. He's got, I think he's pitched up. I know it's an Azalea. I think it was a Rate the Embers as well. But we're just going, right, I'm going to pitch 2 up, get some more ash. We need to get that ash generation back up again. I've got that defense reaction in hand. Let's put some damage back on here. And yeah, that's... let's see if we can just do a block turn to not give your Dawnblade those added counters.
And Liam quite happy to take a couple of damage there. 1 card from hand. And then save his attacking cards for his turn to try and push this damage through. I see a Sharpened Steel in hand, a nice 0 for 3+ damage on his weapon. and he's going to come in for 9 on the Dawnblade. 1 card left in hand. Dorinthea, the specialist of reactions.
I can see that Paul in his hand has actually got, I think, is that the tome? But his hand is pretty laced up well with a lot of defense reactions. This is probably
He's
that
got
moment.
at least two defense reactions there, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah, I can see the tome there. So it's a no block, but that can be pitched up for an Oasis. So he's probably just sitting there wondering, can I actually just spend a turn to just really cover this Dawnblade up?
Some interesting defensive decisions to be made here. Just Paul just sitting there thinking maybe how to cover this Dawnblade, and he has used a sand cover from Arsenal, which will use an Ash, and still only covering 8.
No, he's used up the
using the ward on the arm there, making the spectral shield as it goes down. Dawnblade counter's gone. Liam has to start from scratch. A slight life disadvantage, but both players pretty cagey start so far. And Paul still with a 3-card hand. There we see the tome that you were just talking about, Hamish. Draw 2 cards and then pitch 2 reds or discard your whole hand.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a good time to actually just implement this now. And like we're saying, he's done a really good job of actually going, you know what? Like, we're just going to employ the plan of slow down. Let's get these tokens back to normal. Let's get these good dragons pitched up. He's also pitched up a defense reaction as well, which is quite interesting. Knowing that he's going to need these defensive cards later down the line again. So
going for a Samee.
Yeah. Can't do nothing.
Can't do nothing on the opponent's turn. Liam quite happy to block up, and Paul just deciding which order his pitch stack is going in there, arsenaling a card and saying, off you go. Driving Blade. I think that's a blue. Coming in for guaranteed go again, allowing Liam to get rid of that dragon, and then offering another hit towards Paul, which if he chooses not to cover, the Dawnblade will get a token back.
Nice clean play, really. I tell you what, it's lovely to see Driving Blade come back again. That's like an old school Welcome to Rave card coming in. And it's just because Liam has also got a Decimator Axe build as well. So you're probably wondering, why have we got all these blues? It's just that, well, this is a blue block 3 for the Decimator Axe, but it also ties in quite nicely against Dromai to give these cards a go again, and which is, it's that 2-for-1, making the most of your blue cards.
It is an expensive card. 2 cost is expensive. However, it does give go again. And as you say, it works on any of Dorinthea's weapons. So it provides a lot of flexibility. And who doesn't love a blue 3 block?
That Braceful Braces as well, doing a lot of work as well. Interesting, really, that Paul decided not to block up there to give the Dawnblade that counter back. But I think he's just applied that. This is the moment I just want to put a lot of pressure on. And another tome as well.
Another tome. More Ash being made here. He's really setting up that second cycle. A Dust Up going in there. And what else is he going to pitch? It's a Mirror Guy. So he's really giving himself a lot of dragons coming through on that second cycle.
It's important because we really just don't want to just throw these out willy-nilly. We need to have, like I said, at the end of the game, I want Azalea, I want Mirror Guy, I want Dromai, I want Kyloria. All these incredibly easy, like, low-cost dragons. I can dump this all on the board. Let's go. You know what I mean?
Really building that attacking second cycle. Now, we have seen the Ravenous Rabble come in. 1 damage.
Well, no, I didn't get that 1 damage through
No,
because
didn't get the 1 damage.
Because the whole I'm trying to remember what that card's name called. The name is eluding me.
Damage prevention.
Yeah, so because he's drawn 2.
Hold the line.
Hold the line, that's it.
So he gets the
3.
3 defense and the 2 damage prevention across the next, across the rest of the turn, in fact. Or is it just the next time your opponent would be dealt damage?
Yeah.
So actually, it loses one of the damage prevention. Or it doesn't make full use of that. Liam, I think here is just arguing that should count towards the Mirage, and Paul's saying, I don't think it reads that way. But Mirage coming in to attack. Paul's still got 2 cards in hand and 1 resource floating. So we do see another dust up. 2 dust ups in that hand, 1 pitched, 1 played. And if this does hit, we can make an Ash and we can make an 8th Ashwing.
Yeah, and
So
that
not necessarily what Liam wants right now.
The hold the line, it says if the attacking hero has drawn 2 or more cards this turn, prevent the next 3 damage that would be dealt to your hero this turn. So I'm not sure whether it's sort of cumulative of going, well, there's 2 here and then the next one's a 1.
I think it's interesting. The next 3 damage. It seems that they've
Judges calls in the comments below.
Live judge. But we do have guaranteed go again. Liam has got this deck stacked with guaranteed go again. Dawnblade coming in for 6 to take out the Mirage. And what's he going to do? Braveforge Bracers and straight at Paul's face.
Interesting choice here.
Coming in for 5. So we've made another 2 copper. Liam's sitting pretty with copper. If he's got any cash-ins coming, they are going to be beautiful.
I don't know whether it's actually a lot of use cases genuinely with the copper, but then he's also got he's got a tunic and he's got a handful of blues. You know, that could, if you use that tunic, you could pitch up that blue to go, you know what, I do fancy just sort of seeing if the next card hand is a bit better. Maybe I just don't have that go again that I need to clear it in this moment. So they fringe, but it's there if needed.
Do you feel sometimes that these games settle into a rhythm, Hamish? You've got both players started pretty cagey, and now we're settling into the rhythm of the game. 2 attacks from Liam every turn, maybe blocking up a little bit on Paul's side, but trying to get those dragons out.
Yeah, so it's a bit of an asymmetrical game at this point, right? The rhythm is actually mostly coming from Liam, where he is kind of like the best way. Dromai is the maze sort of maker, right? She's making the board state up and going, okay, I'm going to build up this maze and I'm going to be presenting with you with some attacks. It's your job to actually navigate through this maze that I'm creating. And Liam has to go, right, what are you kind of presenting in front of me? I've got a simple job. I've got to take out dragons, and then I'm sometimes going to apply this to you. So it is a slight asymmetrical game of we're not playing it back and forth, if that makes sense.
And this turn we've seen a couple of attack actions come in from Paul here with a Billowing Mirage followed by a Ravenous Rabble. That's the 3rd Ravenous Rabble I've counted, so I think he's gone through all of those already. But there we see the first Burn Them All, which means those Aether Ashwings now on the board are coming in for 1 arcane plus 1 damage for the first one, and then 1 damage for the second one.
It's one of those, I can take it for now, like on the early point, but then it's a good job Leon's brought his Null Rune down, because it is potentially, it would have been a way to close out, to try and end out and close the game, for sure.
So back to Liam now. 1 Ashwing gone with a popper, another nice little yellow Findos Fighting Spirit. Obviously, Paul just clearing up the Burn Them All, banishing 1 red card for his raise counter there. And Liam is allowed to go just a naked Dawnblade onto the Ashwing, following up with a Glint of Quicksilver, which gives go again. No card draw because of the no reprised condition met. And then paying for the Braveforge Bracer and coming in for 6 on the Dawnblade at Paul's face.
Yeah, it's one of those sort of plays really where I think Liam is. I'm curious how many go again cards does he have, and probably Paul's keeping an eye on this as well. of where you go, how many times can you keep throwing out a sort of a go again attack at me, and every time you're going to swing that Dawnblade at me, I'm not going to just give up dragons here. Maybe there's a time where I can just keep throwing out like little bits of damage, and can I actually whittle all your go again cards down to a point where I go, well, now I'm going to throw all these dragons down on the board. You're really, really, really low on go agains at this point.
It's an interesting battle, isn't it? And we see the Dawnblade hit there for 6. Paul's taking some damage, and we're going up to 3 counters again. Now, I've just on your topic there, Hamish, I've seen 2 Spores of Wars already, a couple of Driving Blades, 1 Warrior's Valor, 1 Hit and Run, and a Glint the Quicksilver. So Liam's still got, if he was playing 3 of each of those, still got plenty to go.
It
will be interesting to see.
No doubt there's going to be a lot of go again cards here, and that's where the dance is happening between Paul and Liam.
And we see the 3rd tome of the Imperial Flame played out. 2 more cards drawn. We'll need to pitch 2 of those to meet the conditions of the card and not discard his whole hand. We've seen a couple of sigils pitched to the bottom now, and that is the 3rd dust up. Lots and lots of ash coming about. That ash generation is not a problem. A 2nd Burn Them All coming out, and a Mirage Guy. This is coming in for 2 arcane damage, 2 pings of arcane damage. And as you rightly say, Hamish, there is a Null Rune on the board, so he could choose to pay for those if he wished.
Yeah, and he's decided now to dump out his whole hand here with the Chromai and the Mirage Guy. I will say that I think maybe, I don't want to say it's premature. This could be a great play, but I think if we had another dragon in Arsenal to just really lay down quite a lot of attacks coming in, I think that might have been potentially the right time. I think Paul's choosing to apply this pressure maybe a little bit earlier than...
Do you think he's gone with a soul read that Liam doesn't have the go again?
His
turn. I mean, that...
So he is using... That's a really interesting card, actually. Oh, okay. His soul...
Popper comes down.
His soul has been poorly read. Because he's got 2 poppers. Because one of them could have been a popper because he could have defended that, got rid of the Arsenal, and that would become a 6. But yeah, I think Paul's got that plan ready, and not to be like overly critical, because I think he actually understood the plan a little bit. That he has to get these good dragons down. Maybe he just decided now's the time to do it, and it could be potentially a costly decision.
We see the Glint pitch there. The Dawnblade to get the guaranteed hit, to keep the counters. He's not building any, but he's got rid of the Chromai. Let's not beat around the bush here, Hamish, as well. Paul's gone 7-1 on the day so far. He is a good Dromai player. In fact, I played him at Nationals last year, and he's a good Illusionist player in general.
Oh, yeah.
Plays both Prism and Dromai, so he does know what he's doing. But as you say, maybe just got to maybe drawn into the excitement of the matchup a little bit early there, playing out a couple of big dragons.
Maybe there is I think there could quite well be just another sort of long-term plan here as well. It's like, if I'm just applying all this pressure here, I'm just going to, like, maybe you're right. You're calling that soul read of, do you have the poppers? I'm just going to put a little bit of damage through. But yeah, having those 2 poppers in hand in that moment, and knowing that he's got that dragon down, Liam doesn't necessarily always need to make the dragon get bigger. You could just go, I kill dragon, I keep tokens, I keep the counters on my sword. That's fine with me. And I feel like we're again, we're throwing down the Thamai, which is great, which is putting some pressure on. But 3 arcane coming in. I mean, we know that Liam is going to be a deck full of blues, because I'm sure Paul would recognise that he's been playing a Decimator Axe alongside this Dawnblade the whole time. But Liam's could just quite simply go, okay, I kill Thamai, keep the tokens, right?
And yeah, as you say, plenty of blues. So he's got an easy pitch for the arcane and another popper in hand. This deck is stacked.
Yeah, and all those poppers that he's been putting in as well has just been incremental life gain as well, right? Because it's not just block 3 and keeping your health low. He's been like healing like 3 or 4
Every
health
time
every
he plays
time.
one at lower health.
I can imagine a lot of Dorinthea players extremely excited that they don't have to worry too much about having so many poppers in their deck. But let's just remind everyone, Prism's still here.
Prism is still here, and we are seeing the Burn Them Alls used to get rid of all the red attack actions in that graveyard. This is very much the red line Dromai build. Not seen anything else come through just yet. And Dawnblade again, coming in for 6. You know, just a cheeky 1 for 6. Straight at face. Is Paul going to cover this up, or try and cover this up, to get rid of those counters?
It's a good opportunity to at this point, because he has got all his burn them alls down. He's probably just thinking, going, right, okay, I could cover this all up, but then I could come back in with the dragon again. And it's just that, again, I think we're playing this, we're not saying asymmetrical game plan of where Dromai's laying down this sort of puzzle, and then Liam's now going, okay, I'm going to try and battle through this puzzle. And then it kind of feels like it's switching up a little bit now, where Liam's going, okay, well, now I've got the puzzle of my sword.
He didn't have the reaction that time, but he did just play out a cheeky sigil, a Barcelona sigil, in fact. Billowing Mirage coming through. One.
It's a 3.
Is it a Billowing Mirage? Sorry, I may be getting confused.
No,
with the card, but making the Ashwing coming in.
Yeah, Billowing Mirage 3, go again. And comes up with an Ashwing as well. Nice and simple. Pinging with lots of arcane damage each time as well. But each one of these Burnable tokens as well is just going to be absolutely chewing through his graveyard. So he knows that there's only so long that these Burnable pressures will start getting applied.
And it's interesting to see them all out at the same time. It makes it a fairly easy decision to pitch a blue to cover all that arcane damage, I would say.
Yeah. It's one of those things where I think like the Burnable does... Like, I'm not going to even proclaim to even be the deep-minded Dromai player, but it feels like something that an end game sort of option needs to be applied. Maybe you could get one down to try and ping things through, but like to have all 3 out in like the mid. This is like the mid game, right? We're both health being on that 20 health, and we're playing this chip through damage game. They seem to be employed fairly early in this stage, I feel.
I do tend to agree, and he is going to be running out of cards. We're up to 9 cards needing to be banished now to keep these alive. Is he going to just decide to get rid of some of the longer lasting Burn Them Alls?
Yeah.
Just to preserve the other 2 for a couple more turns. Just counting through his graveyard, they're working out how long he can keep them around for.
Yeah.
No, he's gone for keeping all 4.
Liam,
all 3 of them, sorry.
In this position, I feel like Liam is largely in control of this game at this point. He's probably been a bit mindful of how many like go again attacks do we have here. We still haven't seen too many sort of super scary dragon moments. Like we've seen one Kylora, 2 mirror guys, and no Azalea dropped down yet. So we're still awaiting Paul to just sort of unleash that nasty turn of
Liam
lots of them.
Yeah, Liam just keeping a popper in hand there, arseling the Warrior's Valor for next turn, just in case there might be a couple of these big dragons, or these, 1-cost dragons coming out. We see the Yendirai come out, and a Blaze Headlong for 4 go again. So more chip damage from the Dromai. And obviously Yendirai has this damage prevention shield on it that can soak up 3 damage. The Dawnblade currently not anywhere close to doing 6 damage in one go again. Is he going to attack with the dragon at the risk of Liam having another popper? Because we've seen quite a few already. We see the Azalea played out. More arcane damage on the board, and he is attacking with it. But we do have a popper in hand.
We've got two poppers.
Liam has had the answers at every stage so far. It's been quite incredible to watch.
Yeah, but Liam's also probably going to be thinking as well, what's my return, right? Because it's actually an all red hand, so nothing great on the defense, but what are we doing on the reply back? He's also probably sitting there thinking as well, like, if I don't want to let this go, right? And I'm not going to stop the arcane, so I've got to take this for arcane. Will he swing with the Enderai? Because I can kill Azalea, like, just on its own. If I pop this, I will take the 4 arcane, and then Yenderai stays there. I can't really pitch my cards up to deal with that. Do I just swing Dawnblade into a Yenderai and it does nothing again? Or do I want to kind of bait out I don't have a popper? But no, he doesn't. He chooses to pop it.
You could see on his face, though, he was wondering about
if he
Paul's
doesn't
next move.
Yeah, because if he doesn't swing Yenderai, the value Paul just would have got from that would have been huge. But he just went, I don't think I can take the chance. I just got to pop the Azalea. But what do we do in response? And that's probably
you say, we've got 2 red cards in hand. We've got a Warrior's Valor and in Arsenal. He can't kill the Yenderai without 2 swings here. So we may just see that damage prevention go.
Yeah, or he could just swing 3 and
possibly pitch the spoils. Oh, interesting. We are going at Yenderai 4/6, so we killed it in 1. Not using the go again because we don't have any resources floating, but that does clear the dragon and the board.
Yeah.
What can Paul come back with?
I can imagine Liam sitting there is going, it's not the most ideal. It's the I've got to spend a card to go and deal with the Yenderai. Yenderai is such a pain. That's the worst part about Yenderai, about how much he just asks more cards, because you can't just spend a card to deal with it, because he goes, well, he's not dead. You're like, okay, so I've got to, he has to throw a card to just kill 1 dragon rather than maximizing the kill dragon come for you.
I think it's a good move, a good trade-off for Liam, though. As you say, he was thinking about what was his next move, and he's nullified those burn them alls, really. Paul cannot keep them both. He's only really got 1 turn left with this one, so just about to see out the end of these arcane monsters that Dorinthea doesn't want to have to deal with.
And that's why you want to sort of see him near the end, when the graveyard's pretty high and the health should be a lot lower, so the pings of the arcane really start to get a little bit more threatening, getting that maybe 1 or 2 burn mauls out, and then you go, here's loads of dragons. So you're probably going to take this arcane because you've got to sort of deal with this onslaught of dragons, and then I'm not going to have much of a hand left again, and it just keeps the burn them all pinging going a bit longer. But when he threw them all out in the mid game, it's like, well, there's only 2 dragons, so I can actually navigate my hand a little bit better.
And we've seen, I believe that's the 3rd sigil played out by Liam there. He's had the 9 health gain from those sigils, and he's going to Arsenal a cheeky defense reaction. Again, pitching go again to the bottom of the deck. He's not leaving himself short on the second cycle either. We've seen some nice cards pitched by both players, preparing for this long game.
It is one of those slog games for sure. And I've also seen Liam's got the remembrance, so again, so he can just weave those whatever go again cards he feels is best. Probably Spores War or Driving Blade, guaranteed go again. That's rather than needing the on hit. Maybe World's his oyster.
He's got decisions coming out of his ears, Hamish.
There's no board state. I mean, Liam's done an incredibly good job keeping Paul in check, and now Paul's far from out. He's doing a good job making sure that all these powerful low-cost dragons, Yendarai, Azalea, so on. They're still yet to come. He's also just counting through to see how many poppers he's been through. He's still got to deal with a lot of these poppers at some point.
He's doing his due diligence.
He is doing his due diligence. I'm curious whether he's got a remembrance in his deck or not. I haven't seen it yet, but how many tomes have we gone through now? We've gone all through.
Gone through all 3 tomes.
All 3 tomes, and Liam is still on a healthy 24 health, and there's no dragons on the board. If I'm thinking about Paul, if I'm in his head, I'll be going, this.
Are you in his head, Hamish? Are you?
Maybe not.
Cheeky sink below from Arsenal there. And the Ashwin coming in, burn them all. Is it going to be the last turn we see of this burn them all? Choosing to sink with that one and then coming in with the Ashwing.
Yeah, Liam's just noticed that he succinct his shunt to draw.
I've got another one back.
A shunt, yeah. So don't you love it when they go, no, you're having that card. Okay, I guess I'm having this card.
You know where that is? Because he's not Lisan al-Gaib.
He's not. Well, maybe he is. As it's written, as they say. Shunt, as it is written. So Liam in a position now where he's probably thinking, right, it's easy enough. I can just go for the dragon here. But it's that pressure again. But then Liam's in control. Right? He doesn't necessarily need to go, I need to spend these cards to apply this pressure to you. Because if you do, you're just going to throw your cards at it, and then I've just spent cards for you to get rid of these defense reactions in your hand. And I
feel like control is a good word here. He's covering everything, even using the tunic there to pay for the shunt. Obviously not doing the damage, but only taking 2, keeping that 3-card hand, and giving himself a chance to come back and just, again, clear this board state and present some damage.
The tunic into shunt is a classic play. So it's one of the best. It's one of the most wonderful reasons of why you want Tunicas into Warrior, especially Dorinthea. Just being able to just go, I will Tunic shunt this away, and it just feels so good.
We have a nice remembrance from Liam there. We were talking about it maybe on the Dromai side, but using it to get those poppers and the life gain back of all 3 of those Find Us Fighting Spirits.
Obviously, I called for those Go Again cards, and maybe Liam knows this game plan inside out. And without knowing how many Go Again cards he has got in his deck, he clearly feels comfortable that he has got enough to sort of keep this Dawnblade counter machine running. Maybe he just feels, he's looking at how many cards have you got left in your deck. I bet he's sitting there thinking, I don't even think I need Go Again. I just need to block up and just clear dragons one step at a time. The Burnhamals are gone. I'll fatigue you.
It is looking more and more like this long game plan. Both players aware of how many cards they have in their deck, I'm sure.
Yeah.
At this juncture.
It is one of those interesting games when you can tell when the game plan is potentially going to go to fatigue when the answer is, how many cards have you got in your deck?
Yeah.
Why are we asking about this?
Especially at 20 life each.
Yeah, well, exactly. Oh, there we go. Double Dromai as well. This is kind of like the play. This is like where you go, okay, I want a Dromai into an Azalea, into whatever, and then you go, oh, okay, 4 dragons, a lot of damage coming through.
And we do have the Ash to do it. He's got plenty to spare. So we're seeing Dromai out.
Oh, okay.
Gets him an action point. We've got a Kyloria in there as well.
Yeah, this is Liam's going, okay, yeah. This is every Dromai has that one, right? That one sort of momentum.
One hand.
Yeah, it's that momentum term, isn't it? The low cost, high impact dragons. I can just throw all this board state on the board, rather than trying to spend a lot of money on one dragon.
Happy to take the damage from Dromai there. Just wary of this Kyloria, I would say, and
So he's
taking
taking
the
the
arcane.
he's taking the
Apologies.
arcane, yeah, and blocking the clone.
He is blocking up the Dromai. He still has some armor left if he wants to cover the Dromai, but the Kyloria. But he does have a sinking arsenal, which he uses for that lovely clean block.
Mm. So now Paul in a position here. Okay, we're going to go for the double Dromai. I'm curious, really. I'm very, very curious about this play because, I mean, you're pretty much asking Liam, do you have a go again? And Liam is like, what if I do? It's just going to be Dromai, right?
Not only does he have a go again, he has two go agains and plenty of blues.
Oh, okay. Dromai is incredibly difficult to play. I just want to stress this as enough. It's easy to see where things could have been different, but it's actually really, really hard to try and work through that game plan and implement it. It's just.
I don't think either of us are being.
I
don't think either of us are saying the players aren't playing correctly. They're having blinding game each. You can only play the cards that come as they come. Paul now has 3 dragons on the board, and we're going to see 2 of those cleared with Spores of War and the Dawnblade and a counter. Both Dromais going.
Yeah, I believe that is all the Dromais now off the board. So Liam must be having that moment of going, okay. Dromai is probably the strongest dragon in your deck. Potentially the strongest dragon in your deck in setup terms, right? So I'm curious what's in Paul's arsenal as well. Like
it's been there for a little while.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, is this a defense reaction that's now just going to be sitting there for a long time? When really, I really wanted this to be gone, and I could just have a really low cost dragon just sitting there, so I can do a big
seeing that
setup.
life gain again from Findel's Fighting Spirit, making maximum value out of those cards. That's 4 of those he's played now on Liam's side, and 4 life gained. Straight back on it with the guaranteed go again. And time to put more counters on this Dawnblade.
Feeding the sword.
It really does feel that way when he gets into this rhythm. And obviously the Ashwing's there after the last Rake the Embers played out. Paul now has, again, a full 5-card hand. Plenty of Ash to work with. Can he get enough dragons on the board? It seems like it's been such a struggle, and Liam has had an answer at every opportunity. Just playing a dust up. Go again.
Yeah, both players being playing incredibly patient, and Liam is now just finally using the boots. He's obviously been waiting for the more important attack, which is a dust up, because dust up is incredibly strong. And is Liam? I feel like Liam might have to eat this, right?
We're seeing a cheeky Nourishing Emptiness. Obviously, all of the attack actions from Paul's graveyard gone from the Burn the Malls, and the Dust Up's still on the chain because the Snapdragon Scalers were used as an attack reaction. So that does have 6 Dominate written all over it, and I don't think Liam has enough to cover this.
No, I mean, he's because of the tunic and the Nulrune hood, it's equipment light, which is Paul's did a good job putting that into good use.
Having to take 3 damage, Paul gets a 5. Well, basically a 6-card hand now.
Yeah, I'm still curious what that arsenal is. I think that arsenal is
I think it's a defense reaction.
It's janking him up a little bit.
Or it could be a sand cover, I guess. He's played one of those out already. And we are just seeing a plain Dawnblade to clear out that last Ashwing.
Liam,
keeping the counters.
Liam's health is. I would say that the health total side of things is kind of deceiving. The fact that we're looking at Paul sitting on 26 and Liam is sitting on 18. That's really quite comfortable for Liam at this point. But this is it. This is a good turn. This is like a turn that you want to go right. Okay, and then I've got a Chromai in Arsenal, right? That is again the turn we want to see. Yenderai coming in. He hasn't got the Phantasm. Hey, cool move. That's just good. I like this, Paul. I like this.
Good use of Miragai into Yenderai. I think that's a solid play. Dust Up now coming in. Obviously, no go again from this. Maintaining 2 dragons, potentially 3 on the board if this hits and creates the Ash and the Ashwing. But the decks are looking decidedly low on both sides right now.
Yeah.
I think we might be starting to hit that pitch stack that Paul laid out in the first couple of hands.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, so you can see that it's coming in for a eight damage.
Coming in for a mighty 8.
Yeah.
And clearing out the Miragai, going up to 3 counters. This is not what Paul wants to see at this stage of the game.
No, the Liam's kept the dragons at bay. He's been feeding the sword over and over and over again. The health totals are far too high.
Not just control of the board state from Liam's side either, Hamish. He's been in control of himself. He's played in a very controlled manner throughout this game, just really measured.
Okay, this is sort of like the ideal term Paul probably wouldn't have seen of going out. I've lined up all these attacks that can just string together. That is something that he probably would have, if there was some. Dawnblade being a very good job at just clearing these dragons up. But that would have been the classic turn of I've also got quite a few dragons laid up into here now. But yeah, Liam, I think you're right. He's just been super controlled. It's like a day at the office at this point. Just has that feeling of a day in the office.
Getting that sand cover out to good use. Plenty of Ash there. Covering all 6, losing the counters, and obviously did have another defense reaction in hand if he needed it.
Yeah.
But no reactions coming. Liam doesn't need them. He just needs that go again to clear the board state.
What is in that arsenal, though? It's been so long. It hasn't been played. It hasn't been
I think it was
used.
a fate for scene. I may be wrong.
But then wouldn't that have been a moment to just chuck it out of the arsenal?
Or it's the remembrance that we haven't seen yet, but I doubt it.
I
think that would have been played already.
So Liam having to think here that do I just take this and I don't believe that is the right answer.
Depends how many defense reactions he's got.
That's very true. That's very true.
Looks like we're playing out the Finals Fighting Spirit, the Tunic, and a 3-block to cover that CNC, gaining a life from the Finals Fighting Spirit, keeping his arsenal, more importantly, and making use of every single one of these cards because they are going to be needed. Obviously, Dromai does not have a weapon that attacks, so can't just pitch and swing like Liam can. That asymmetrical nature of the decks coming to the forefront again.
It's one of those situations where Paul will actually think, hey, there we go. It was a fate. Good call.
That's right.
You were right. But it's one of those moments where you go, can I just take this thing? I mean, I've got 26 health. Do I just go and try and apply some more pressure here? But I think Liam's deck is looking a little bit healthy as well. I think Paul's starting to recognise that the really, really losing a bit of tempo here.
I mean, Paul needs Liam to be lower than this to pressure.
Yes.
If he manages to get through a bit more health here, then there's a chance that Liam has to defend more, doesn't quite have the cards in hand, but at the moment he can still take the chip damage. He can still take the leak damage over the top of maybe one card block on each attack. He's not fussed.
No. He's just being very calm and calculated here.
He's looked it all the way through. It has been a brilliant performance so far. Both players playing great games. All just making sure that he's not missing anything from Liam's graveyard there. Making sure he's got a picture of what's been played already. How many poppers has Liam got left?
Well, you can see that he's got quite a lot of the he's got all the Find Fighting Spirits and the CNCs. I think that's what his popper layout is. So it's 9 poppers effectively.
Oh, there he comes again.
and a remembrance as well gives it another 3, so effectively like what, 12 poppers.
So far we've seen 9 life gained on Liam's side from sigils, and at least 6, I think, from Findale's Fighting Spirits.
Yeah.
That's an incredible amount of life back.
And
I think he may have gained 16 or 17 life in this game so far.
This game was not a 40 health game. This game was like...
No.
Liam was like, I've got like 50 plus health going on here. And then every time Paul throws down a dragon, that's like, well, I just gained 4 health this time. It's if you think of it in the math ways, it's not a 40v40. It's like a 50v like 80. Even like Paul has got like 100 odd health going on every time there's a dragon on the board. That is just health over and over, and that's why these games become a bit of a grind.
I think we may be down to Paul's last 4 cards in the deck there. 3 in hand, 4 in the deck, and we are starting to see the last few plays. And there we go, another popper. The standing order comes in.
Yeah,
getting rid of the Arsenal as a popper. All playing out the sigil, but it's that life gain's not going to do him any good when he runs out of cards.
Yeah, so you could have 50 health, bro. If you've got no cards, it doesn't matter. As The Rock would say, it doesn't matter.
What a great throwback, Hamish.
That was I don't know where that came
that
from.
A lot.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. Yeah, Paul is down to 1 card. I believe we are seeing the victory lap, the last round. Yeah. Paul taking that 3 damage.
On another remembrance.
Oh, Liam's been prepared this entire time.
There was never any doubt. Not when the first remembrance came out, and he kept gaining life off those Finals Fighting Spirits. I think he may have actually gained back as much life as he's still on right now.
Yeah, I think that's not the number of his health. That's the number of how much health he's gained.
He's gained.
Blimey. And he's still down to 17, so Paul really did sort of just throw loads of damage at him. You can just see, like, if you're not as disciplined as this Dorinthea deck is, with all the health gain, a weapon that just chews everything up and gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and he's still on 17 damage, it just goes to show how much damage Paul has been just thrown at him. And can anyone else actually deal with this? No wonder he's 7-1.
Still sticking to the dragon plans, trying to get through little bits of damage. He doesn't really have any other option right now. He just needs to play this out.
Last go.
What does Liam have in hand? Gaining a health from pitching for...
Oh my days.
The Finals Fighting Spirit.
Liam, stop.
He's
already dead. This is the grindiest Dawnblade I've ever seen. It's it's Decimator Axe in a way. You know, it's
It's
the
a
same plan.
Dromai specific clearance device, isn't it? I mean, and he's getting the use of his refraction bolters to just clear house. Enough cards, easily enough cards with those couple of remembrances used. Paul extends him the fist bump. Liam winning the Living Realms ProQuest Season 5 and getting his invitation to Pro Tour Amsterdam, Hamish.
Amazing. I hope everyone enjoyed this commentary session that we did. Thank you so much, Barry, for giving us this opportunity to do this commentary as well. Both players played absolutely amazing. And any sort of sign-off, Simon?
Well played. Both players, absolute slog of a game, and really just what we wanted to see in the final. Good luck to Liam in Amsterdam, and thank you everyone for joining us this evening.